I'm going to turn this around a little bit. All right. This video may never see the light of day. Then again, it might. I don't know. I just got a hankering to make it. I'm probably just going to send the link to a couple people and see what they think about it after I get it posted, but it won't be public. And see what they think about it. Now, I'm sure a lot of folks have seen the nonsense that's been going on the last few days. And that's all it is nonsense. And it's getting to be where you can't ignore it, as ridiculous as it is. But I kind of want to talk about the nonsense and how rumors get started. Now, I just got back last night. I left a day early from the River Valley Survival Winter Camp, hosted by Kevin Johnson, and it's not a big crowd, but it's a pretty tight knit crowd that goes to Kevin's events, and or at least for the most part. I went over there I wasn't going to go, but a couple of folks kind of talked me into it at the last minute. So I went, and I was over there. I was just actually went over with my buddy John Dosh over at Pass It On Wilderness Skills, and he was going over there to give a class on conibear traps, and or body grips, because they weren't all conibears, but. This stuff had actually started a day or two before we went over there, the current round of nonsense. And I hadn't really kept up with it a lot, other than people sending me screenshots and you going, you see what such and such said? You see what such and such said? Because I try not to pay attention to that stuff. But I made the mistake of going and looking Friday night, and I read posts, and I read comments, and I read all kinds of stuff, and quite frankly, like I said, it was all nonsense, and it escalated to the point that it shouldn't have escalated to, because, you got a professional problem, then you address it in a professional manner. You don't make it personal. And there's nothing worse than somebody who can't be professional. Plain and simple, just nothing worse. But anyhow, I got caught up on all that stuff, and at the end of it, I was kind of miffed, not angry, because that stupid shit. So it doesn't really make me mad. You know when people go, "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed." Yeah, that, because you think people would act better, but they don't. But anyway, let me illustrate how a lot of things get started. Now, my buddy John was putting on this conibear class. And during his conibear class, he had been keeping up with this stuff also. And we were talking off to the side and doing all kinds of things. And we were talking about how this stuff escalates and gets out of control and things like that. But anyway, my buddy John tried to make a joke during his little presentation. And what he said was, he said, today's talks are going to be about conibear traps. And the conibear trap was invented by Dave Canterbury, and got a little chuckle out of folks, because everybody had been keeping up with what was going on and thought it was ridiculous too, or most thought it was ridiculous. And he goes, no, just kidding. And it was invented by such. But I am almost willing to put money on the fact that over the next few days, months, weeks, whatever, someone will say, Hey, Dave Canterbury said he invented conibear traps. Now, I just told you the story. We both know it never happened. But somebody will post it. Somebody will run with it. And a whole bunch of people will jump on the bandwagon because, number one, they had no idea what happened in the first place. And number two, they're just jumping on because they got internet balls. That's all I'm saying. We laughed and joked around about all that stuff when it was going on. And I probably won't do it because it would make me just as bad as the combatants, the miscreants, the disgruntled former employees. But, and I don't really want to stoop to that level. I'm willing to. Don't get me wrong. I'm willing to, but I don't want to. We thought it would be funny if somebody just, we did an on-air interview and somebody read me the questions and the comments and I gave the answers. I don't know if it'd be funny or not. I'll be very honest with you, because right now it's well past funny. It's just as sad. But anyhow, how rumors get started. Somebody said something that they didn't say. They said it as a joke. Okay? Person A says something about person B. Person B never said it. So down the line, person C over here will have heard this over here, and they'll go, well, person B actually said that. They didn't. They weren't there. They didn't say it at all. But it will roll into something that, as true as the Gospels, it happened. Didn't. Talk to y'all later. See you in the woods.